Welcome to episode number 1 of a brand new series on the channel. I'll explain everything in a minute, but for now, all you need to know is that we are going to do a fact check because I want to know if Football Manager is right for saying this about a player. Let's go. What's up guys, my name is Jochen aka Leyodemus. Welcome back to the channel. As I mentioned, a brand new series kicking off today. I'll explain everything in a minute. First of all, I want to thank you for the support on all the other things I've been doing on this channel and on the FM Scout channel. As always, if you like this kind of content, hit that thumbs up button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you have not already for future videos. With that being said, let's do this. So in this series, I am in fact going to do a couple of fact checks because on the profile of some players in Football Manager, and it's been that way for a couple of years now I think, there is a thing called media comparison. And what that basically means is that most of the time that young player, according to Football Manager, can be compared or even considered a successor of a certain football legend. And of course, we are here to find out if that is even remotely true, because I'm going to take that young player, put him to his maximum potential ability, try and guide him as good as possible through mentoring and individual training, also with that legend in mind to kind of mimic the legend's career, and then we will see how he does. That's basically the concept of this series. Hope you enjoy that. If you have any questions about it, leave them down in the comment section. And if you also have players that have that media comparison thing on their player profile, and I will show you where it is in a minute, do let me know down in the comment section. I'm really eager to find out, and I love making stuff like this, doing like little experiments and fact checks and whatnot, so let me know. And for our first legend, of course, you have seen the thumbnail, you know we are going to Italy because Paolo Maldini, according to Football Manager, may have a successor. And to find that player, we have to go to Italy, of course, to Fiorentina and to their under-18 squad. Scroll a little bit down and here you can see Davide Gentile. And according to Football Manager 22, this guy is dubbed, boom, the new Paolo Maldini. So this is where you have to look for that player comparison thing, go to the player's profile, overview information, and it should be there. If it's not there, it's simply not there. Now let's look at this guy before we of course move him over to the club Paolo Maldini played for his entire life, AC Milan. He is 17 years old, he's right-footed, which Paolo Maldini also was. Of course he was kind of two-footed, but the right foot was his strongest foot. And in all honesty, this is not a bad profile. Again, 17, determination 12, a balanced personality. Not optimal for his development and his growth and all. Natural fitness is not too bad with an 11. I think we can work with this, especially in the defensive department. Marking, of course, has to go up by like 40 to even get to Maldini's knees. And here we are, we brought him to AC Milan. He is now playing in this tactic, a pretty standard control possession tactic, nothing spectacular. But what a lot of you maybe don't know is that Paolo Maldini actually started his career as a right wingback. Check Wikipedia if you don't believe me. So for the first year or maybe 2 years, I'm gonna actually play him as a right wingback and then move him over to the left wingback position. Maybe as an inverted wingback, because I mean, Maldini was like the completest wingback on the left side of the pitch in history. If you don't agree with me, leave it down in the comment section. Now I'm gonna come back in a couple of years and we'll have a look at how his development is going. Let's say within like 3 years, when he's 20 years old, that will come back at his absolute peak. So when he's reached that potential ability. And of course, we are gonna come back one final time at the end of his career to see how he did and to compare the achievements between Gentile and Maldini. Let's do it. So the year is 2024 and he has grown, dude. He is also by now a fully natural left wing back, which is good. Still reasonable on his left foot, so not the greatest, but I guess that's okay. It's only been 3 seasons, but his determination went up dramatically. It is now a 15, which makes him a resolute personality as well. Why, you might ask? Well, I have decided to make a mentoring group with Gentile as the only mentee, and Simon Kjær and Davide Calabria, 2 team leaders with an awesome personality, as their mentors. And this really paid off because I can now even delete the group. I'm gonna leave it because maybe we'll get that determination up even more. But let's have a look at the rest of his profile. You know what? Let's go to his training even, because then we will have a clear view. Let's see. Training report. And we're gonna remove my face so you can see. If I now go to attributes and say all time, you will see that in every department, this guy has had a major overall improvement. The single biggest improvement for some reason is jumping reach. But I think in general, like vision is now 15, which is insanely high for a defender. And also other attributes like concentration, determination, as we mentioned, really, really good. Now he hasn't reached his full potential at this stage. We will see that when we come back the next time. But I think we can all agree, so far, he is doing pretty well. Let's have a look at his stats. He has now actually played 3 seasons as a starter because I kind of forced him into that tactic for AC Milan. And the first season was pretty nice, man. An average of 7.26. The next 2 seasons, somewhat less spectacular, one might say. But still, couple of assists in there. Not too bad for a left wingback. As I mentioned, guys, I am now also going to move him to the left side of the pitch because he was still on the right side of that tactic. I might also put him on attack because, I mean, Maldini, you can kind of argue probably. Was he an attacking wingback? Was he a fullback? Was he more like a wide center back even? Let me know down in the comment section. To me, he was simply one of the best all-round defenders of all time. So, big shoes to fill for our guy Gentile. Let's have a look when we come back in his peak, how his profile looks. And here we are, and it's a little sooner than I anticipated on because he has actually reached his potential ability peak. He's only 23, but he can get better than this in this save. And as you can see, well, you can see it probably. Let me hide my face again. Boom. There is no significant change in the overall technical ability. A slight overall improvement in mental ability and in physical ability. So indeed, his stamina went up. I think in general, he got somewhat better in the physical department. But apart from that, man, I think he was already really near his peak when he was 20 years old. So I think we can kind of conclude, to be honest, that this guy is not really fit to fill Maldini's shoes, at least attributes-wise, right? Because let's have a look at this profile. Again, he is now also natural as a wingback on the left and on the right, which is good, I get that. But nothing really spectacular apart from his like good physical stats. But if we compare this to Maldini's stats, yeah. But nonetheless, we will come back one last time for the final verdict because we are going to compare Davide Gentile's career stats at the end of his career to those of Paolo Maldini. I think we can all kind of see where this is going, but we won't know until we know, right? So let's have a look. The year is now 2040 and Davide Gentile is 36 years old. He has collected 15 caps, of course, way less than Paolo Maldini. He is still at Milan, but his contract is running out. I think he's gonna retire, but I'm not even sure. If we look at his profile, his mentals are still pretty darn good. He is a model professional by now as well. Physicals also could be worse, to be honest, for a 36-year-old. But what I am most interested in are, of course, his career stats. Let's have a look, man, because one thing to note immediately is that Mr. Davide Gentile is now the new record holder for most league appearances by a player for AC Milan. The only reason that he broke that record, which by the way was Paolo Maldini's record, is because I kept starting him in that tactic year after year. So I know it's a fun fact that he has broken Maldini's record, but that's about it. And in those appearances, he has scored 51 goals, 104 assists, 27 times player of match, and almost had an average career league rating of a 7. And also, if we look at the career milestones, it is simply not comparable to those of Paolo Maldini. Let's have a look. He captained the Italy under-20s team, okay. He also vice-captained the under-21 team. They won the UEFA Nations League with Italy when he was in the squad, and they were runners-up at the 2034 World Cup. And that's it. He literally has no awards. So yeah. So if we combine all that information, guys, I think, as I mentioned, we can conclude that this is by far not the new Maldini. Let me know if you signed him in your save. Maybe he got better, but for me in this simulation, I am going to give him a, let's say, a 6 out of 10. Because it's not that he actually sucks, I know that, but of course we are comparing him to one of the greatest defenders of all time, so we have to be somewhat harsh. So 6 out of 10 is my rating for Davide Gentile as the next Maldini. If you agree or disagree, let me know down in the comment section. I'm really eager to find out. I hope you have enjoyed the episode. If you did, leave me a big thumbs up on the video and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you have not already, because a lot more of these, the next episodes, are coming. All that is left for me to say now is thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you have an awesome rest of your day. Stay safe and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.